बड़े बड़े गोल्स को हासिल करने के लिए हम उसे छोटे छोटे पार्ट में डिवाइड करते हैं और ये मैनेजमेंट का फंडा है, हम अपनी जिंदगी में अप्लाई करते रहते हैं। इंडिया एज ए नेशन ऑल्सो हैविंग बिग बिग गोल्स लाइक सुपर पावर इंडिया, विकसित भारत, विश्व गुरु भारत. हाउ टू अचीव दीज बिग गोल्स? In 2025, we have to take some firm steps or some determined decision to achieve these big goals. I identified 9 areas where need to take some firm steps or some determined decision to move towards these big goals. First is one nation, one system. Second is culture and technology. Third is history. Fourth is Ayurveda. Fifth is local best. Sixth is nation first. Seventh is youth and sports. Eighth is our basic needs, roti, kapra और makan, we can say FCH. And ninth is related to our socialism, secularism and capitalism. We have to take a fresh look to understand this. Welcome to Determined India 2025. As per our discussion, we identified 9 areas where we have to take some determined decision in 2025 if we want to achieve bigger and biggest goal like Vishwa Bharat or Viksit Bharat, or you can say many of the goals we have. Then 2025 is one of the important year. In this we have to take 9 areas, some firm decisions. Out of these 9 areas, first is one nation, one system. This episode we are going to elaborate one nation, one system. Last episode I discussed about one nation and one system. This episode I am going to focus our first proposal under one nation, one system is one nation, one election. One nation, one election is one of the cardinal issues of India because elections are affected throughout system. It is not affecting only particular system or particular part of the country. It is affecting our complete functioning of the system. And multiple facets are there, multiple issues are there, multiple thinking are there. Then one nation, one election is our first area or first system which should be unified. भारत में तो इलेक्शन एक त्योहार की तरह होते हैं. Like festival in India is after 1-2 months some festival will come. If any part of India you are there, we have enough festival. After every month some festival will be there. Election also become like a festival. मैं ऐसे नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, मेरे पास डेटा है, I will prove it. Like जैसे 1 महीने 2 महीने में त्योहार आते हैं, उसी तरह हर एक महीने 2 महीने में इलेक्शंस आते हैं. Last 70 to 75 years, or we can say roughly 7 decades, Election Commission of India conducted 406 elections. And this I excluded 2024 elections, parliamentary election and a state election. If that also you will add, it will go around 415 elections in 70 years or 75 years. Means on the average, every year 5 to 6 elections are conducted. Means roughly after every 2 to 3 months, one elections are there. Some part of India are enjoying the festival. Enjoying or tolerating, I am not commenting. But some part of India, elections will happen in every 2 to 3 months. And this is very serious issue. This is very serious issue because that much frequency of elections we can't tolerate because it is so many issues and mobilization of resources, money involvement, afterwards people involvement, government planning, afterwards people who are conducting the election, teachers, professors, state government employee, all will be badly affected. Once model code of conduct will be applied, not a single government plan or whatever government plannings are there, it will move forward. All will come as a standstill. Means it will be stopped temporarily because if that all plannings are keep on moving, then maybe politically it will not correct. Your opposition may put some question mark to you because due to election you are doing this, due to election you are offering this, then this may create another kind of nonsense. आरोप एंड प्रत्यारोप, इसीलिए बहुत सारे प्लान जो हैं उस समय सस्पेंडेड हो जाते हैं. तो ये तो बहुत सारे फैसेट्स हैं, इसके हम बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे in detail or with data. But as of now, first thing we have to understand that these many elections are not good. And India, initially it was not like that. After freedom, we also done one nation, one election, or we can say simultaneous election. General election of 1952, 1957, 1962 and 1967. First four general election we have done simultaneously. A state level and center level elections conducted together. And there was no problem. All cycle of election was working very fine because term of office for a state and center in India both are 5 years. Then it was not disturbance, it was working very fine. But after 67 only problem started when Congress was in full majority in the government, and based on their you can say based on their full power, they started to misuse of the power, and 6 or 7 state government has toppled down within 1-2 years. First Kerala has toppled down, then Uttar Pradesh, then Bihar, then West Bengal, Gujarat, Maharashtra, so many state government has toppled down. And as per our constitution, if new government will form, it will not form for the remaining time of the running period. It will fresh counting of 5 years. Like just suppose I will give you simple example. One government is running for any particular state. For 5 years, people will give mandate. After 3 years, government has toppled down. Election happen. Then after election happen, it will not run for remaining 2 years of office. No. From election after 3 years happen, 5 years fresh counting will start. Due to all cyclicity of election are disturbed. And after 10 years of 67 means once we entered in 90s, that time frequency of election was so high, every state is having different time of election. Even election in single point of time or single period of time, hardly 2 states will able to conduct election together. Otherwise, mostly different. All state are having different things. And you will not believe in 10 years, generally 2 elections should happen. 2 parliamentary election, 2 state election. Means any of the state should not face more than 2 elections, ideally. But many of the state has faced 4 elections in 1 decade. Means on the average, after every 2 and 2.5 years, elections are there. And between 90 to 2000, total 4 times parliamentary election only happened. These all are data is alarming. Means we are somewhere not using and not rethinking how to correct it. Now just we'll try to understand that this issue only we are facing or any other part of world also facing. Every country is facing this kind of issue, and every country was facing this kind of issue. We have to learn and we have to understand how they tackled it. Like major country, just will take for reference purpose, like USA and UK. Both will discuss in detail to understand their election system also and Indian election system also, because Indian constitution is inspired in terms of election and electing of the representatives from USA and UK in very huge way. Some point of time we are close to Canada constitution also. India is a kind of mixture of Indian constitution is a mixture. We have inspired and we have taken many of the constitutions. Whatever good or bad, I am not coming on that critical analysis of constitution as of now, but we have inspired, we have taken from many of the constitutions. Like federalism, we are mainly following from USA. Unitary system at the center, we are following like a UK. Means we are not fully federal, we are not fully unitary, we are like a quasi federal. Quasi means in between or 50%. But basically we can say almost 50% we are following federalism, 50% unitary. Okay, just we'll come to the election system in India. Whatever I told, these 400 elections conducted by Election Commission of India, that is not included your local level of election. You might be thinking all local level of election will include, then it has become 406. Data looks very huge or very big. It is not included your local panchayat level or municipalities level of elections. It is only your parliament election and Vidhan Sabha election, means Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha. People are involved mainly for these 2 elections only. Because panchayat election and municipalities elections, it has introduced after 73rd and 74th Amendment of Constitution in 92-93. Then afterwards only these elections are conducted, and these elections are not conducted directly by the Election Commission of India, but it will be conducted by the State Election Commission of India. Means a State Election Commission of India, every state is having one body of election commission which are governed by the ECI, but ECI will not involve in local elections. Due to local elections are more challenging because center directly will not involve for regulation of that. It will provide the guidance to a state election commission, but it will not directly controlled by the ECI. That will come at separate part. Now local and municipalities, how it will be synchronized, and our main first proposal is not synchronizing this local election with parliament election. Our first proposal is synchronizing Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha, because people direct involvement of election in these two only. Other things people directly are not involved. Like if we will compare with the USA, they are at federal level, center level. They are electing 4 different constitutional body. 4 different election will happen: president, vice president, House of Representative and Senate. All 4 will be elected directly by the people. But in India, we have the same system: president, vice president, in place of House of Representative, we have Lok Sabha. In place of Senate, we have Rajya Sabha. But out of these 4, people are not electing president directly. We are not electing vice president. Vice president is one of the dummy. Don't take in another way. Because USA vice president is also one of the powerful post. Vice president is not like a deputy president, means president is not there, then they will just take over the charge. No. Their rule is there: once president is not able to perform their duty, or due to any reason, political reason, personal reason or health reason, he is unable to run the country, vice president will become president and he should enough capable to run the country. Due to direct election will happen not only for president, vice president also. And people are enough mature, they will able to understand, if this person we are electing as a president, our vice president also should be like this level of person. If by chance he is not able to continue office for 4 years, their term of office is 4 years, India 5 years, then this vice president will able to take over, and our national identity or national planning should not disturb. Then their president, vice president, House of Representatives, Senate, all 4 election at central level only, I am telling, it will be done directly by the people. But in India, out of these 4, president out, vice president out, Rajya Sabha out, only Lok Sabha we are electing directly, where all the people will come out as a festival, everywhere drama will happen and people will give the vote. Again at the state level, USA governor election will happen and their own representative, state senate, their 2 election will be there. Local level also election will be there. And apart from local level, referendum also they will conduct. Their people are enough mature to elect all four people together. And vice president also should be enough capable, and just they will keep in mind, accordingly they will do the election. But India, out of these 4, only Lok Sabha, only MP election, people are involving directly. And at a state level, only Vidhan Sabha, or we can say Legislative Assembly. Then India, if you will say number of constitutional persons whom we are electing, it is much less than USA. USA total election at a single time, it will happen, then maybe 8 or 9 people, 8 or 9 vote public will give, or citizen of USA will give at a single time. 8 or 9 different booth will be there. At single time they will visit there, and one by one he will use their rights of vote. Now India also has come this situation because India is also growing. India also become now more educated, and people of India is much aware, they also can do. This is one of the stage now India is also achieving. Then we can start to rethink how to do again simultaneous election or all election together. Anyway, we have only 2 elections. We were discussing about the state election. There in USA, they will have governor election and a state senate. At local bodies election like panchayat or municipalities level, and afterward referendum also they will do at election time only. They will not disturb the public or disturb the people apart from election time, because they have fixed election day. Their election day, national election day, is fixed in every year in month of November, first Tuesday after Monday. First Tuesday after Monday means between 1st to 8 November, 1st to 8 November, surely election day will fall down. And during that day, all election will happen throughout country together in one day. Afterwards, electoral college, so many their systems are there. But election, casting of vote will happen in one day. And during one day, every public will utilize their, depends on which state they are belonging, their senate election is due or not, governor election is due or not. Accordingly, they will number of votes they will cast. But few states or few citizens, they will cast more than 10 votes. India is not like that. If just suppose our proposal, high level committee proposal also is there, their recommendation is there, which was headed by the ex-president Ramnath Kovind. He has given his recommendation, and total recommendation is very lengthy but very interesting. All points is considered. That committee has worked 191 days continuously. They put a lot of effort. Srimati, you can say so many good people was involved, and they involved all capable people from different background. Even they involved political parties also. And that committee report will discuss later or next episode how the recommendation has come, and afterwards which recommendation how we can implement. Now we are discussing at first level, we are only discussing about the merging of a state and central election. A state and central election we have only two. Lok Sabha election at center, and a state level basically we have two constitutional bodies. One is legislative assembly, one is legislative council. Vidhan Sabha, Vidhan Parishad. But Vidhan Parishad is not available in all the states. In all 28 states, you might be thinking everywhere Vidhan Parishad is there. No. That also one of the, you can say our electoral systems has become very easy. Only 6 states out of 28 is having Vidhan Parishad, or you can say second level of constitutional bodies. Apart from these 6 states, remaining 22 states are only having Vidhan Sabha. These 6 states, just to keep in mind for GK point of view, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. These 6 states only have second level of administration also, or we can say Vidhan Parishad or MLC. Who will be elected for Vidhan Parishad? They are called MLC, Member of Legislative Council. But most of the state MLA only there, Member of Legislative Assembly. Then our first purpose is how to synchronize MLA election and MP election. Next phase, we can synchronize local election. Like if rural area, then panchayat election. If urban area, municipalities elections. And referendum system we are not following. Now we are taking the advice from the people, but it is not very systematic way. Government wish to take the advice from the people. They can give some email ID or some way of communication through letter or something. But it is not mandatory. But USA, UK, they are following. If any critical issue nation is facing, then they will take the referendum from the people. They will not take decision alone. They must consult from the people, and what is the overall opinion of the people are there, it will matter. Then here, first our target is there, how to make the cyclicity of election of all Vidhan Sabha election and Lok Sabha election at single time. Some provisions we have to provide, some amendment we have to provide, and some firm decision we have to take to do it. Because many of the positive, negative, so many issues are there. It is not only money involvement, time wastage, government planning, so many issues are there. But one of the biggest thing is there, this is one of the main source of black money and corruption. What we are telling now, crony capitalism. This crony capitalism, one of the biggest root is frequent election in every part of India. What is difference between capitalism and crony capitalism? Capitalism is if capitalist or businessman are doing their business, But crony capitalism is, just for information, if any political party are indirectly supporting to few businessmen to fulfill their agenda or fulfill their business targets, and that is called crony capitalism. And that was just a return, it is a gift return, because when they were fighting the election, that point of time these businessmen will be supported to fight the election, because it is huge expenses, how money will come. If just suppose they are increasing the membership, any political party, they will keep on increasing the membership, like they will go for the people, you take the membership, maybe their membership will increase from 10 lakh to 20 lakh, 30 lakh, or maybe 1 crore to 2 crore. But as a common people, membership fee will be 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 70 rupees. Through 100 rupees, if how much collection will happen? That is not sufficient to fight the election. It will be huge expenses will be there, mobilization of resources will be there, and all reports are published. If you can go to the government website or ACI website, then all details are there. You will not believe one political parties, they are submitting their expense report, it will go to the 400 pages, 500 pages, only figures, this much expenses, this much expenses. Officially they will declare that much, unofficially how much will happen, God knows. Official declaration will be that much, unofficial we don't know. And how this unofficial money will move from one part of nation to another part of nation, one group of people to another group of people, politician to businessman, businessman to public, these all are unidentifiable. Like that, multiple issues are there, but one of the main issue, root of corruption or root of black money, is our election system. Then we'll just explore this issue further and further, and we will discuss about the HLC recommendation and how we can go for the one nation, one election in coming 2-3 years. Thank you very much.